What's up, guys? This is a very special episode of a Let's Bet It because I don't know if you can tell, we're not in our homes. We are in Los Angeles getting ready for the Super Bowl LVI. How many is that?
56.
Let's go. Jared knows. Lauren Javar here with Jared Smith, and we're actually in person.
Yo, this is
weird.
you're not on a screen. I can touch you. Wow. Real human interaction. What are the odds?
What are the odds?
Why don't
you tell me?
Well, we've done like 100 shows on virtual, so
yes.
Like 100 to 1.
50,000 to 1.
Probably higher than that.
I know. Well, this is really fun because we are both going to the Super Bowl later today.
Yes.
And we cannot wait to break it all down. I feel like we've been talking about this game for what, like 2
a year
weeks now? Probably.
It feels like a year.
Yeah, it feels like a year.
I've changed my mind like 2 or 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
Have you?
Well, like I did a column earlier this week. Please read about it if you're not. And then I've had a chance to think about things.
Yes.
And I will reveal a new best bet a little later in the show.
Which I haven't even read yet.
No, this is going to be a complete surprise for you. I don't think you're going to like it. I really don't.
I'm really stressed out about this, guys, because I have been riding the Bengals hard. They are the team of destiny. That's all I got to say about that. I've been waiting.
I have glasses too.
But they're not as cool as Joe Burrow.
I don't know. These aviators are pretty
They're
fly.
not as cool as
I got some compliments on Venice Beach today or yesterday about these.
Today?
Yeah, right now.
Right this second. All right, we got a lot to talk about today. So I'm breaking it all down. We have a nice little rundown on our phone because we don't have our everything in front of us. This is crazy. We're just going off the cuff. Okay, we got Super Bowl memories. I don't necessarily have one that stands out to me. I know Jared does. He was telling me a little bit about it earlier. We'll get to that.
Shushed me about
I shushed him because I wanted him to do it live on the show.
She doesn't like to be prepped. She likes to just react and go.
It's true. We have the Super Bowl total spread, how we're betting the game, player props, because we're on quite a few of those. We also have a Red Hot Chili Proppers. We're going to go through them. We can't end without some novelty props, and then our best bets of the day. So, are you ready for it?
I think so. This is a bit. I feel like this is like a big moment for our broadcasting careers doing a live show together.
I love this. This is absolutely incredible. Well, it is live usually, but it's live virtually, so it's live.
It's like live, but on a screen. And now again, you're actually.
I'm here.
You're flesh and blood here.
We're here, baby. Let's get into it, guys. Let's bet it. Okay. Favorite Super Bowl memory before we get into some of our picks. Jared, please share because I'm reading about it on our sheet. It looks really fun.
So the best Super Bowl memory that I have. So when I first moved to New York in 2015, this was the 2014 season. The Super Bowl took place calendar year 2015. Okay. It was Pats Seahawks, and this was my first big time job in New York. I was working at SNY as an editor, and I thought I was Mr. Cool because I've been gambling on sports for years. But in New York, it's just legal now, but it still wasn't really a big deal back then. So the Patriots, they had lost in the Super Bowl 3 years prior to the Giants. Then they lost to the Ravens in the AFC Championship game. Then the year before that, they lost to the Broncos in the AFC Championship game. So the Patriots were one moment away for 3 straight seasons. So I was like, the Patriots are winning this game. I gave out the pick to all my SNY buddies.
You were so excited about it.
And I was like, I was the guy that they went to for gambling picks because I was into it for a long time. So obviously during the game, it was really close. It was a pick 'em spread. I think the Pats might have been favored by 1, but it was basically a coin flip game. And the Patriots back and forth. Seahawks took the lead. Patriots took the lead. Then the Seahawks driving down the field late, final minute. Everyone thought they were giving it to Marshawn Lynch on the 1-yard line. I was already counting the bet as a loss. In my mind, the Seahawks were going to score a touchdown, and I was going to give out a loser. My first pick, first Super Bowl in New York, I was going to give out a loser to all my buddies. And, of course, you know what happens next. The interception. Patriots win. Yeah. I went nuts. I was, running around the newsroom at SNY.
I could not
screaming.
even imagine how that was like. What that was like.
I won't say how much I won on the game, but it was one of the biggest bets.
It doesn't even matter at that point. It doesn't even matter. It
was one of the biggest bets I've ever made, and it was my first Super Bowl, as a media member in New York. I felt vindicated that I gave out a winner. Okay. It was it was
and since then, you just haven't slowed down.
I've had some losers since then. I've had a few losers since then. We won't talk about those, though.
Hey, speaking of losers today, your best bet might be a loser. Also,
it might be a winner.
Also, the picks that we have for today's game, just straight up and spread, you might be a loser and I might be a winner because I'm taking the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals. I got them at +4.5 when it was that hook for what?
Yeah.
2 seconds, basically.
The hook was up for a few days. Yeah. There was a chance for you to get the hook.
Yeah. So I have the Bengals +4.5 and Bengals money line in this game. You're taking the opposite side of me because I'm looking and literally says Rams money line at -180. Please share with me why. Why do you think the Rams are going to win this?
I mean, here's the thing about the Super Bowl. Like, we've known about this game for 2 weeks now.
Have we?
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, the Chiefs blew a 21-3 lead in the AFC Championship game and cost them.
They either blew the lead or the Bengals shut them down.
One or the other. So
maybe a little bit of both.
This has been marinating for a long time. And I don't know about you, but I can waffle. I like chicken and waffles, but also sometimes on my picks,
waffling back and forth.
I get a little waffly.
Yeah.
I wrote the column. We did Pickswise Playbook last week. I thought this was going to be a close game. My heart was hoping it is going to be a close game.
Yeah.
I gave out Rams money line. The final score prediction I gave out on the show was Rams 24-23. I hope that we are going to bear witness to an instant classic today, and it is going to be a last-second, down to the wire, field goal, 1, 2, 3 point kind of game. So I'm not fully wavering on that. I think the Rams are going to win the game, but my score prediction, it's been a little elongated over the last 36 to 48 hours that I've been here.
What do you think is the score prediction?
So
because I have my thoughts on it.
I will give you this. I hope, for our sake, it's a close game. And the 24-23, I think, is still in play.
24-23.
But my best bet later is going to, again, elongate that a little bit. Because, again, I'm a little worried about your Bengals today. I'm a little concerned.
You were worried about my Bengals 2 weeks ago when they took on the Kansas
I
City
was.
Chiefs as well, so.
Listen, I've been to like every freaking Super Bowl party this week. Everybody is on the Bengals here, including everyone here.
Because everyone wants to. No, honestly, I walked into this hotel
and
Bengals. It's Bengals and Broncos.
A lot of orange.
A lot of orange. A lot of Von Miller jerseys. What I've been seeing.
That could be another interesting.
I know that will be. I know, and I've seen a couple Detroit Lions Matt Stafford jerseys as well.
Did you watch our TikTok yesterday of the Detroit Lions? How I was giving them some love for winning a bunch.
No, I haven't. I need to
get on. You need to get on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok. I love TikTok.
Well, you've been busy out here. You've been busy out here in LA.
I literally just landed yesterday. So I've been here for about 24 hours. I landed literally yesterday at 9:30, 9:45.
Gotta love it. So you know, we discussed at length the handicap on this game. The Rams up front, to me, I think it's very interesting that, you know, they have a big edge in the trenches. Mm-hmm. Joe Burrow could steal one, of course, but I'm concerned for Joe Burrow's safety tonight. Let's just leave it at that, and we can move on to the props. And I'll
Okay, so I'm obviously on the Bengals spread, and I'm on the Bengals money line. One, just because it's a team of destiny. I really want to see them win. Who doesn't want to see the Bengals win at this point? Everything that they've gone through. The fact that Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times 3 weeks ago, and they still won that game is pretty incredible. And the fact that they were down as much as they were, got that stop right before halftime against the Chiefs, came back and won it. It just, like, these are games that they shouldn't have won, and they still found a way to do it. I just feel like sometimes there's those teams of destiny, and this is their year. This is Joe Burrow's year. I bought the glasses. I was going to wear my Joe Burrow sweatshirt that I had on the other day.
Too hot to wear
It is like 80 degrees
it's
outside.
Hot out
I didn't even want to bring it because I'm like, I'm about to be sweating my butt off.
You could say ass.
Also,
it's a 21 and older.
Also, I love it because we just got a text message that there's a guy right behind us in the pool. So shout out to the guy that's always making it.
This is the best. I was actually hoping for like a crowd back here to like chant like "Go Bengals, go!" Well, there's no Rams fans like I don't know if there's one Ram fan in the entire city of Los Angeles. I haven't found one yet.
I know. Honestly, the Rams have like maybe 5 fans.
Do the LA fans even care about the Rams?
I think they care about more like the
Dodgers, USC.
Yeah, I don't know. UCLA, maybe.
Yeah,
who knows? But honestly, I think the score is going to be 27-24. Bengals come out on top. It's going to be a last-second field goal.
Oh.
I do think it's going to go. I didn't bet the total, but yeah, because
27.
Because what is it at right now? 49, yeah.
Yeah, 48 and a half. So it's like we are literally on. I'm on Rams under, your Bengals over. Like one of us is going to be really right, and the other one's going to be really wrong.
As we get into our player props, because here's what I think is going to happen. I have a few props. Do you want to talk about yours first? You talk about yours first.
Well, I'll tease this. I tweeted out the column this morning. Yes. I haven't changed my mind on any props. I have 4 player props. I have 4 MVP picks. They're all on Pickswise.com on the column. Please read more about them. I will give them to you very briefly, and then I will tell you my favorite one. The Mixon under 64.5 rushing yards. That's the only under that I'm on. Van Jefferson over 17.5 longest reception. That is one of the overs that I'm on.
Yeah.
Sony Michel over 18.5 rushing yards as well. And then my favorite prop of the entire Super Bowl is Joe Burrow over 11.5 rushing yards. And again, I actually think he is going to be effective in this game moving the ball with his legs, because he's going to have to be, because that Rams defensive line is going to be coming from him. I thought that number was going to be in the teens after what we saw in the AFC Championship game. We were at 25. 1,000%. And I think 11.5. I'm seeing 12.5 in some spots too, so it's moved up a little bit.
It was 10.5.
Yeah, it's gone up and up and up all week. I wouldn't play it anywhere higher than 13. Because, again, I thought the number should have been 13 or 14, so 11.5 I think is pretty fair.
Yeah, the props that I'm kind of tailing you a little bit with the mix and prop. I have under rushing and receiving yards 95.5. I think it's moved down. It was 90.5. I don't know what it's at this morning.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't take it lower than 90.5 to be honest with you. But I have under rushing and receiving yards for Mixon. Matthew Stafford over a half interception. I really, really like that. He's thrown 18 interceptions on the season, 1 so far in the postseason. If you want to get a little spicy, and I sprinkled this, do I actually think this is going to hit? Probably not.
I'm curious.
But I sprinkled a defense/special teams touchdown.
On both sides or just one? On both sides?
I sprinkled Bengals. Bengals defense, special teams touchdown. Let me tell you why. Matthew Stafford has thrown 4 pick sixes this season, the most of any quarterback in the entire NFL. Jared Goff in his 5 years with the Rams only threw 4 pick sixes in 5 years.
What do you think Jared Goff's thinking?
I don't know. He's watching, or do you think he's like?
I saw a Jared Goff Rams jersey yesterday at the end of the actually no. It was
like sad.
It was a Jared Goff Lions jersey. Actually, they hang off the team captain jersey. Yeah, I would feel bad.
Yeah, I feel bad. And I also took over both Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow rushing. Matt Stafford, I got it at 5.5. Joe Burrow, I got it at 10.5. You just saw what Joe Burrow finished. Here's the thing. I was like, the biggest thing that would suck. Matt Stafford has like a 6-yard run. Okay. Last play of the game, we take a freaking knee. And here's the thing. The juice is worth the squeeze for me. I'm ready to risk it for the biscuit, but that would freaking suck.
Well, here's the way to negate that.
Yeah.
Over 2.5 rushing attempts. Because the knees count.
Yeah.
So, and we had that in the freaking Bills-Pats game, and they put Trubisky in late, and Josh Allen didn't get there.
Yeah.
But that also happened in the Super Bowl 2 years ago with the Chiefs and the Niners, where Mahomes took like 6-yard knees. And I think some of the sports books, including FanDuel, by the way, shout out FanDuel. We have a great SGP promotion with FanDuel that we'll get to a little later. But they paid out the overs on Mahomes that day because it was like a bad karma beat. Which is, I applaud the books that do that.
Thank
that
you,
was
nice. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, we really
All right, let's get into some Red Hot Chili properties.
Yes.
Because I'm going to give you one. You tell me over, under, little reasoning why. Okay? 10 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever. Matt Stafford pass yards over, under 283.5.
Under. Game script. Game script says under. Rams are going to be running it.
Cam Akers, longest rush, over, under 13.5.
I would say over, but I think Akers for the game stays under. But I think he's going to bust one run. Okay. He will bust the run.
Kendall Blanton, receiving yards, over, under 29.
Oh, this is the hot guy with Higbee out.
Yes.
So I'd be more inclined to play his touchdown prop because I think he's more of a weapon in the red zone. But 29.5, that means he's probably going to need like 3 or 4 catches. I would say under on Blanton.
Okay. Joe Burrow, longest pass, over, under 39.5.
Under. Rams play zone, too deep, keep everything in front of them.
Jamar Chase, first reception yards, over, under 12.5.
Under. They're going to get Chase involved early. It's going to be a screen or something quick, and it'll be under 13.
Okay. Other props. Any quarterback or any non-quarterback to throw a pass. Yes is plus 1,300, 13-1 odds. I don't think this is going to happen.
No, now we're getting into like the bottom of the board.
Game. Yeah. Okay. Will there be?
I would say no to that, but don't bet the no because it's like minus $1 million.
Will there be an octopus? Yes.
You know what an octopus?
Yes is 12-1, and no is minus 2.
I know we're in Cali and the calamari is really delicious out here, but I'm going to say no to the octopus.
Okay, I also think no, but I'm definitely not betting that.
No, you don't bet that.
Last play to be a kneel. Yes is minus 200.
Yes.
No to be plus 160.
Yes.
I don't think so. I think the game's going to end on a field goal.
You are wishful thinking, but I appreciate it.
Watch when all this hits, and it's going to be like.
I want to hear I want you to give me like your game script, like script out how you think that flow is going to be. So is it going to be the Rams ahead late and Burrow scoring the go-ahead drive?
I think it's going to be a 24-24 tie. And I think it's going to be
going to overtime?
No, game-winning field goal. 3 seconds left. Bengals ball.
But
42-yard field goal.
Who has the lead at halftime?
42-yard field goal.
Like, how does the game start? Bengals start fast, Rams start fast.
I honestly think Rams are going to start fast. It's going to be a game where the
and then
Bengals
Burrow comes back, ties
I don't
it
think,
late.
but by starting fast, I don't think they're getting down like 2 scores. Like I think it's going to be a pretty close back and forth game. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Okay, will there be a flea flicker attempt? Yes, plus 225, no, minus 280.
See, the flea flicker's weird because, like, I agree. I think the flea flicker, like, these two coaches are really smart offensive coaches. I think the flea flicker is like an old school trick play. They'll come up with some other new kind of trick play, so we'll go no on the flea flicker.
Okay, no on the flea flicker.
Yeah.
Really quick before we get into the novelty props, because I'm really excited about these. I do them every year. I love the novelty
I have a
props.
coin.
And here's the thing. They're not just like, hey, they're not just a coin flip like, hey, you know, is this going to hit 50-50? I've done research. I have researched Gatorade colors. I have researched national anthem singing times. I have researched heads and tails. Tails never fails them. So before we get into that, MVP, Super Bowl MVP.
Yes.
For me, I think if the Rams win, it's going to be kind of an Aaron Donald kind of a vibe. If the Bengals win, I think it's going to be Joe Burrow, hands down.
I agree 100%. I've heard a lot of noise from McPherson this week.
Yes.
Do not buy into that. A kicker has never won Super Bowl MVP. There was no precedent for that. Even when Vinatieri hit the game-winning field goal for the Patriots in the Super Bowl, he did not win the MVP. I know McPherson's been getting a lot of money. McPherson, great. He's not winning the MVP. If the Bengals win, it will be very hard-pressed not to give Joe Burrow the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's a low-scoring game, I still think Burrow has done enough to earn that award. On the Rams side, you talked about Aaron Donald. I agree. I don't know if you saw the team picture that they had the other day when they line up on the stands, take the team picture. He looked like he wanted to, like, just kill someone in the team picture.
Yeah.
Like, he looked like angry, mean mugging, all that stuff. Donald, I got 25-1. We gave that out in the column last week. Hopefully it's not available now, but hopefully someone got in close to that number like I did. I think Von Miller, who's won the award before, by the way, like recently at 50-1, that is a pretty decent bet. Like, if he has 3 sacks in the game, you want the true long shot. Leonard Floyd, the opposite edge of the Rams pass rush. You've got Donald in the middle. You've got Miller on the outside. Floyd on the other side. If they roll the offensive line protection and they try to get Miller and scheme Donald out, it could be a guy like Leonard Floyd that comes off the other edge and just creates havoc for Joe Burrow in the backfield. So I got it at 200-1. I still see 150-1. That is definitely worth a sprinkle. And then I do have one, like, relatively public play.
Okay.
Cooper Kupp, he has been, if he goes over his props for the game, which are like 8.5 receptions and like 110 receiving yards, and the Rams win, how could you not give him consideration? We've had like 5, I think, recently we had Edelman, we had Branch, Hines Ward, Santonio Holmes. There's been precedent for wide receivers winning the MVP. So I think Kupp, I got him at 7-1, 5-1, 5.5-1, probably fine, but that would be my Rams pick. If Stafford goes nuts, if you like the over on Stafford's yards, which I don't, then just bet him to win the MVP.
Yeah.
Because if he goes 300 yards and the Rams win the game, he probably wins the MVP. But I like kind of fading the favorites in the MVP market, try to get a little bit of a splash.
I feel that. Okay, novelty props, coin toss.
Do you want to do? I mean, like, honestly.
Heads or tails? Tails never fails.
So you well, the Bills was
Flip
what? The Bills was heads, right? Yeah. So tails did fail Josh Allen.
But you know what? Tails never fails since then.
Regular quarter, standard regulation.
50% of the time, it works every time.
Heads, tails. Yeah. You're calling tails.
Okay, tails.
Do you want me to catch it and flip it, or do you want me to just let it drop?
Catch it and flip it.
Okay. Catch.
Flip. Tails.
It's tails. God damn it.
The fact that actually worked.
Already 0-1 on the day, and the Super Bowl hasn't even started yet.
National anthem over under 95 seconds.
Over.
No chance.
Over.
Okay, so Mickey Guyton. There was another national anthem that she sang about a year and a half ago. 76 seconds.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen the video. That was I think it was like Memorial Day. Yes, thank you, Jack. This is not Memorial Day. This is the Super Bowl. She is going to there are millions of people watching this. This is her moment.
Did you go stand outside and record it like you said you were going to?
No, but listen, if you've been, the gambling Twitter space has been blowing up with national anthem and halftime props this week. Apparently, there's been some inside information leaked. Over. If you have access to that bet, over on the national anthem.
Who will win the Super Bowl MVP, or who will the Super Bowl MVP think?
Yeah,
first?
we got
Let's
these
talk
odds.
About these odds. We have team teammates at plus 100, city and fans plus 275, God/religion plus 350, family plus 800, any others 10-1, coaches 16-1, team owner 20-1 odds.
Team owner?
Okay.
Owner
I
is
say
not
God,
getting banked.
God, religion, or city fans.
Well, here's the thing: if the Bengals win, the city of Cincinnati, right? Like, look, these are all Bengals They are coming strong to this Super Bowl. So I would say if the Bengals win, City fans.
Okay, I agree with that.
But God's a big one too, right?
God's a big one.
Everyone loves God, right?
I know.
I just want to thank God. Family. I think family is out. Any other, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
That's leaving it very
Here's
open.
the thing, Gatorade color. I've actually done a lot of research on this. So the last 8 years, 3 times blue, 3 times orange, 1 time lemon lime, and 1 time nut. So everyone's like, it's gonna be purple. It's gonna be purple. It hasn't been purple since 2012.
Yes.
I think.
Well, the one thing I will say about it, it's never been back to back the same years.
So
it's
blue,
always
it was
alternate.
Blue last year.
It was blue last year, so you throw blue out.
Buy blue. I have orange. And I also sprinkled it on lemon lime. So I'm gonna have our.
Well, we have inside sources here. Hold on, wait. Let me take my watch off because apparently it's in my contract that I have to get dumped with Gatorade to find out what the color is.
But I am standing up because I'm wearing this to the game and I don't want to get
Let me move this. The electronics.
I'm standing over here.
Okay, go ahead. Oh.
Wait, no, keep going. Oh. Yeah, that's not enough.
So Jack has been working with me now for 6 months. He's been waiting to do that. It's like when you go.
He's been ready.
It's like when you go out on a. It's like when you go out on a bad date with a girl and they want to throw the drink in your face.
That's true.
I would give you a hug right now if I know you would not. You would hate me. You would hate me forever. So I have to do the rest of the show soaking wet as you sip your tea.
The only thing that we have left in the show is our best bet. So why not get into it so you can go shower because you have to go get ready for the game anyways. Yeah, how does it feel?
It feels good. It's hot outside.
It smells like so sugary and like.
Should I take my shirt off? Just kidding. No. None of y'all want to see that.
Give the people what they need.
None of y'all want to see that. Give the people winners, not
okay, your best bet of the day. Who you got and why? You're
not gonna like this.
Okay.
So, I told you I've been waffling on my final score prediction, and I had a great chicken and waffles actually the other day for breakfast.
Sounds amazing.
It was delicious, but the Gatorade like comes down to my food.
He needs a towel. We gotta get this man a towel.
Yeah, get a towel. No, I don't even get a towel. Like
Jack is like, nah, he doesn't get a towel. He has to deal with it. Yeah.
So, in the column on the show last week, I gave out 24-23. I have the right to change my mind. The game hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to that score.
3:30 Pacific.
I've got time. I'm sticking to that score prediction in the column. But for my best bet of the day, I am going to lay it, the lumber, on the Rams alternate spread, minus 10.5 at plus 200. The Rams are going to
Jack, can I have my Gatorade, please? No, I'm just kidding.
The Bengals in this game.
I don't think so.
31.
No, but you're
13.
Fine. You just said.
I know. I changed my mind.
24-23.
I changed my mind.
Right in this moment?
No, like the last couple days, I've been thinking about you know what? See, here's the thing. I pulled an LJ. I bet with my heart, hoping it was going to be a close game. But the more that I really think and digest,
I hope that we get to witness it.
I know, me too, because we're going to be there. But I think the Rams are going to
put that out there.
But that's what I think is. I have to give the people what I think is going to happen.
My best bet of the day, Bengals, straight out. I want them to win. They're the team of destiny. Nothing's going to be stopping them. Not even the Rams.
Not even the Rams defensive line.
Not even the Rams defensive line in their home stadium, in their home locker room, in front of their home fans.
No, there's no such
nothing
thing.
Nothing is stopping the Rams, or nothing is stopping the Bengals. Nothing's stopping them. They're the team of destiny.
What about your Jabarlay? We have two. We have two parlays. Your Jabarlay, and I want to give a shout out to Andrew Ortenberg because the Pickswise same game parlay on the FanDuel site. But give me your Jabarlay first.
Yeah, my Jabarlay. So I paired Mixon under receiving rushing yards 95.5 with Matthew Stafford over a half interception.
Wow.
Yeah, I paired them both together.
What's that pay on?
Plus 266. I'm pretty sure.
It's a little juicy.
Double check on that. 266.
So by the way, so if you go to FanDuel's FanDuel Sportsbook's website, you go to the Super Bowl page, you scroll on the promos at the top. It's right next to Colin Cowherd's. He's got his own little parlay for the game.
Yeah.
It's an official Pickswise SGP partnering with FanDuel Sportsbook. It's awesome.
Love it.
So it's Rams minus 3.5 for the game.
Okay.
Odell 80+ receiving yards.
Okay.
T. Higgins 80+ receiving yards. It pays out 10-1. And Andrew Ortenberg, our boy, he's the one that cooked this up in his lab. He's been tremendous with the mega parlays this season. That's the official SGP, FanDuel, Pickswise, collab, all that fun stuff. There you go. Plus 227 on the Jabbar.
Plus 227. You love to see it. Make sure to get in on it. You guys, this has been so fun.
More for you than me. You don't want me to touch you. I'm going to give you a hug after this. You're going to be so
Good luck, everyone, with your Super Bowl picks. Thanks so much for joining us for our first ever live show. Hopefully we get to do this again soon. Go Bengals. Let's go. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't